Thank you, Tony. Given the shameful overrepresentation of Aboriginals in prison, particularly Aboriginal young people who make up almost 50% of the juvenile justice of Australia, diverted resources from the criminal justice system and incarceration into crime prevention strategies such as early intervention, treatment programs, diversionary programs, in the most needy communities. Wouldn't that be a better investment of taxpayers' funds?
Yes. I've been trying since I've come out to be. It's been 11 years now.
You mean come out or come out of prison?
Come out of the nick.
Come out of the nick.
You know, and I have been trying desperately to. I came out intentionally to be my community's Fetterfoot, Kadaitcha man, lawman. It seems I have become that because I've gone up against my would-be-could-be gangster cousin dealers and I've waggled a finger, stamped a foot and pointed the bone at their behaviour. So I'm in this unique role of trying to set up, in my own right, a revisitation of a workshop that we had in the 70s. I'd like to run it now. Circus Oz has just given me spaces at the old Collingwood Tech, right behind our neighbourhood justice centre. I've already spoken, Judge Fanning down there, one of the judges, magistrates there, are aware that I wouldn't mind having many of his charges that the people to do that. I'll be starting off with pottery first because that's where I'm pretty good at potter, hotshot potter. And so I'll be setting up a pottery shop. We'd have the cottage industry there too. But also there's a theatre there, there's a gym there. And so I intend this to be the hub, the Nindabyah workshop. It's not only for Aboriginals, but it's all for those that are struggling, and the Somalians that are into the shit now. You know, they find something to do with in the course of their lives. We can start tweaking, turning their lives around, but it's very difficult.
Jack, we just heard those figures and they're pretty shocking. The number of Aboriginal kids in prison, in juvenile prison, staggering. 50% of the prison population.
I know Royal Park Boys Home have just invited me.
How do you turn that around?
Well, you need people like myself with the lived approach. There are quite a few people going into prisons now, young ones, and they're spreading the word of being role models, big brothers and big sisters to the young ones in institutions and that.
So ironically, they won't let you in the prisons though, will they? Because you've already been there.
I believe we're on the cusp of, it's taken a long time, but I've kept on pushing myself to be taken seriously. And now, just recently, I was invited into Malmesbury Youth Training Centre. And once unleashed in such a venue like that, I really feel the power. Because I'm there to relight the burning embers of many a black fella, white fella, Somalians dreaming. That's my role in life. And so the workshop, the Nindabyah workshop's going to happen. It's on the cards, and I'm going to be the public spokesperson for it. And
sounds like you already are.
Well, yeah. and this has been coming, and this is the way we can save lives, by allowing those of us with the lived experiences that have the passion. There's not very many of us that have the passion to go back into prisons regularly. I must say that the business of being a youth performing artist has been a great distraction from that. I could have been saving lives rather than going over to England and doing Pan or something like that.
But Jack, don't you think the broader issue is that we need to create an environment where all young Indigenous and non-Indigenous children can have lives of purpose with high rates of employment? Ultimately that is the solution. So yes, we need activities and contributions like yourself, but the broader issue is that we need to give them reason to go to school, excel at school and take their place in the workforce, because that's really how a lot of us kept out of trouble because we were kind of too busy, I guess. So
youth unemployment's a real problem in Australia. See, unemployment for Australians across is about just over 6%, but youth unemployment's closer to 14%. You can go to some parts of initiative in the budget where over $200 million was ploughed into groups like the Brotherhood of St Lawrence and others to partner with them to get them to work with young people to prepare them to get in front of an employer with the type of skills and preparing simple things like preparing a CV and other sort of skills like that, so that they can actually try to get a job.
Well, there was another issue,
Yes,
initiative in the
Anthony
budget.
Albanese, first, quickly.
You raised before the issue of Gonski. Gonski had the support of both political parties at the last election, said they'd support it. One of the things about it is that the funding goes according to need. So in particular, targeting areas of need to make sure that those pockets of disadvantage get addressed.